So there's one point where Wilbur's thinking about if he's old enough to go out on his own. How old do you think you have to be to go out on? Don't raise your hand.
I think it's 18 because when you're 18, you're old enough to do most stuff but drink. You can like walk around on your own. You don't have to be as supervised, and you're much more mature. And you're not very. You don't have any limits when you're then. Besides, like I said before, drinking, you can die for your country when you're 18.
Well, you can be in the military.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I just think 18's the old enough age.
Does everyone here think it's 18?
I don't think it's 18 because I think like you should have to go to college, finish college, and once you're like out of college is kind of like preparing you for the outside world.
Right.
And so after college, I think that's like the good time that you could live on yourself and go out in the world.
I think there are different stages of going off on your own. Like if you're like 15, like you can go to the city, you can go on a trip, like a one-day trip by yourself or with friends. But like living by yourself, I definitely think you should like if you're in college, you would be living by yourself on your own. You can't rely on your parents anymore. So after college, like that would be a good time to like start.
So we have one person who says 18. We have one person who says that you got to finish college before you're actually out on your own. What if I say, I think that you should be able to go out on your own when you're 12?
I would disagree with that strongly.
Well, why?
Because when you're 12, you're still like you're young, and like going out in the world is like that's kind of scary for you. So like if you go out like in the city at night in the city,
and
you're going to be alone by
tell
yourself.
People who are watching this what we mean by this city.
New York City.
New York City. And you're not as strong. Like in the city is very scary. Like there's people with
But what happens if I
weapons.
don't live in this city? What happens if I live elsewhere?
It depends it depends where you live.
Yeah.
Like if it's like farm country, then it depends if you're like near your family. But 12, I still disagree on that.
you're not as mature.
Catherine?
I mean, like, I'm 14, and if I got kicked out tomorrow, I would be pretty scared. Wherever I was. If I was on a farm, that would actually be kind of scary because you don't have as much resources.
Yeah.
If you're in the suburbs, it's still kind of scary.
And
if you're
still a
in
business.
the city, then that's still scary, too. I think, what we're talking about college is that it teaches you how to do stuff for yourself, how to provide for yourself, and then you can finally go out by yourself around 20-something.
Yeah, but if you're 12 or even if you're younger, then people, you can go up to someone on the street and say, "Could you help me?" And they'd be much more willing to help a little kid than they would an adult.
But that's like the thing. We try to teach kids not to go up to strangers and like get them to help, because for all you know, like the person can like be a bad person.
Yeah, like you don't know like who you're talking to. Like if you just talk to someone on the street, like, "Can you help me?" And if like they say yes and you go with them, they could like be taking you to some place that you're not going. Like they could take you like way far out from where you're going.
A different state, different country.
And like no one will be able to find you, and like you wouldn't like know where you were, like what to do. And they could be like really bad people.
And